Okay, today I will show you guys how to install and wire up Audi R8 ignition coils on a 95 to 2001 Nissan Maxima with VQ30DE engine, VQ30DEK engine. Same rule applies for Maximas that have VQ35DE engines, VQ35 swap, like 2002 to 2003, 2004 to 2008, and 2009 upwards. Okay, let's get started. So first things first, you're going to need, of course, a Nissan Maxima. Second thing you're going to need is a set of Audi R8 ignition coils. Third thing you're going to need, Audi ignition coil connectors. Order 6 of them. You can find them on eBay, Amazon, or if you want to go to a dealer, that's up to you. Then you're going to need Nissan female connectors. So this is Nissan, Mazda, and I think Mitsubishi, all same style connector. Okay, then you're going to need a wire stripper, wire cutters, crimper if you want to crimp, soldering iron if you like to solder. Don't mind this crimp. I don't like to crimp. This is just a mock-up for this video. I soldered mine, worked out good. And also you're going to need some heat shrink and some tape. You want to use electrical tape, you can, felt tape, or this nice Amazon tape. Okay, so this is how you would start. Then you would heat shrink it. Then you would tape it up so it looks clean and OEM-ish. So now let's get down to the length. So for the front ignition coils, you want this thing to be about, well, not this thing, the length of the wires to be about, I'll say 3 inches. 3 inches or 2.5, whichever you choose, whatever you're comfortable with. The rear, you would want it to be about, I'll say 4 to 4.5. Mine's are 4 1/4 for the rear ignition coils. And that's pretty much that. So now let's get into the wiring. So now everybody's always saying, oh, I'm confused. Which color goes to which? I don't know. The colors are different. Do not worry about the colors. These Audi ignition coil connectors, they come many different colors. They come like this: red, black, yellow, green. They come all black wires. They come all yellow wires. They come with pink wires. Do not worry about the colors of the wires. You got to worry about the numbers on the connectors. The Nissan connectors do not come with numbers on them. But if you're facing right up like this, straight on the top, you're looking at it. I did a research on like a wiring schematic online. Number 1 is always on the left. Number 3 is always on the right. You cannot mix this up. If you do mix it up, you'll probably pop a fuse or something and just replace a fuse, correct your wiring, and then you're back on your merry way. So now let's get into what you have to solder or crimp together. Again, I like to solder. This crimp method is just for the mock-up for this video so I can show you guys. So what you want to do is, number 1, on the Audi connector, the label 1 through 4. Number 1 on the Audi connector goes to number 1 on the Nissan connector. Number 2 and number 4, you wrap those 2 together on the Audi connector, and that goes to number 2 on the Nissan connector. Number 3 on the Audi connector goes to number 3 on the Nissan connector. Can't mix this up. Do not worry about the wire color, just worry about the numbers on the connector of the Audi wire, and it's pretty straightforward. So after you do that, you solder them, crimp them, again, whatever you choose. Heat shrink them. If you choose to use electrical tape because that's easier for you, cool. I like the heat shrink because it keeps the moisture out, debris, whatever. The only reason I don't like crimping because after a while with vibration, the wires tend to come loose, which is gonna suck. Then you finish off like this, tape it up. Again, you use electrical tape, felt tape, whichever color, red, blue, green. I know people like to dress up the engine bays. Whatever works for you. I can use this Amazon tape. I think this was like $2 on Amazon. And that's pretty much it for the wiring. Oh, one more thing. The Audi connectors, they come with this purple locking tab in there that keeps the terminals in the connector housing, right? It comes unlocked. You have to lock it. If you don't lock it and you yank on the wires, you might pull the terminals out. And I don't see a reason for you to need to take these terminals out. But just remember, you have to lock it. You push this little tab, it sticks out. You push it in with a screwdriver or a little knife or razor blade, whichever you have. And that's pretty much it, and you get to work. So now we're gonna go on to somewhat modifications. So this is the front. You have your Audi ignition coils. They sit all the way down. There's no modification. Again, if you want to buy from the dealer, you can. It's expensive. You can buy NGK, works just fine. You can buy Denso, works fine. Or you can buy from fcpeuro.com, where you have lifetime warranty, just in case, let's say that one of the ignition coils fails, you just send it back and they send you a new one free of charge. Only thing you gotta do is pay for shipping. Or if you want to send all 6 back, they'll send you brand new 6 ignition coils free of charge. Just pay for the shipping. So now on the front, the beauty cover of the VQ30 engine does not fit anymore, right? And I'll show you. So I have my old cover here. See if I can do this with one hand. Right, so boom. It does not fit anymore because the ignition coils stick up. I mean, you can try to make it fit or cover it up, whatever. I like it to be secure. You can't bolt it down no more, so cool. So what I did was I bought this beauty cover from like a 2001. I think it's from the anniversary edition. Bolted it to the intake manifold to my liking. It's off center because I don't have the correct brackets, but if you get the correct brackets, it sits center and you can get your oil cap out with ease. And I think that's pretty much it for the front. Put this down. So now on to the rear. The rear now, you know, the VQ30, the original coils are in these little slots. They bolt to the valve cover. So you will have to take those coils out, take the intake manifold off, take the rear valve cover off, shave down the mounting points for the old bolts, and where the old ignition coils meet the surface of the valve cover, you have to make that flush. Like, nothing should be sticking up. It all should be flush in the back, so the ignition coils could sit all the way on top of the spark plug. The Audi R8 ignition coil can sit all the way on top of the spark plugs. If not, it'll stick up and you'll probably have misfires and so on. You can shave them down, paint your valve cover a nice color you want, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to take this off to show you what I did. It's pretty straightforward. I'll leave a link in the description from my4dsc.com on how to shave it properly, which are the part numbers for the connectors, and so on and so on. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the pros and the cons. Pros, the Audi ignition coils have more spark output. I know it's hard to find the dealer style white dot ignition coils these days. Those are the best ones if you buy like Amazon or Advance. It lasts like 2 weeks and they blow back out, so upgrade. If you're boosted by meaning turbocharged, supercharged, you don't have spark blowout at high RPM. NA, save gas, idles better, throttle response is more crisp, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And it's 1, 2, 3. You don't have to kill yourself to do it. I did this on the street in front of my house, and let me see if I can put this back and start the car. I can show you how it idles. Nice and neat. Start it up. Nice calm idle. No misfiring, no sputtering. Go to the exhaust. Nice and calm. This is 2.5-inch exhaust from the headers back. I have OBX V2 headers. Nice and calm and moderate idle. And there you have it, guys. Oh, I forgot one more thing. One of the cons are, too, on a 3-liter VQ30, you can no longer change your ignition coils by just pulling them out. You have to take the intake manifold off to change the coils or spark plugs like on a VQ35 style Maximas. But it's not too bad because I've had this for like, I want to say 8 months and no issues so far. I haven't had to change spark plugs, haven't had to change ignition coils, but that's how it goes.